So what we're going to cover today is 10 ways to monetize your application. Hi everyone, and welcome to the second episode of All You Need to Know About Mobile Apps. So as promised, I'm Valerio and I'm back to tell you everything you need to know about mobile apps. So let's say you've launched an app, it's been out there for a while. What you want to do now is start making some money off your apps. So as you can see, we have 10 numbers and I'm going to tell you 10 ways on how to do it. So the first way, which I would say is the most obvious one, just going to write here, is to advertise through your mobile apps. So I don't know if you've ever seen, I'm sure you have, while you were playing on mobile apps, you have these random pop-up ads which show up during your playtime. That's a way to advertise. So once you have your user base, once you start building some users, you actually get companies, or you actually request companies to advertise on your mobile apps, and that's a way to monetize. That's how you can make some money. The second way, you can obviously charge for app installs. So let me just get this written here as well. So with this method, I mean, you probably had your app out there for a while. Now your app is famous, it's going well. So what you can start to do is you can actually start to charge for installs. So you can ask for a specific amount, probably a small amount will be better, for new users to purchase your app. So that's another way. So you're going to start making some new money from the new users. The third way will be what we call them freemium players. What I mean by that is a lot of people do download apps. I'm sure you have as well. They do download apps which have some free features which allow you to use the app, some basic features I would call them, but then you need to pay more to access the full application. That's what we mean by freemium. So there's a lot of people who download, let's say for example, a scanning application. So you use an app to scan your documents and send them to your clients. So most of the time what happens is these apps allow you to scan documents up to 10. More than 10, you're gonna have to pay. So that's an example. And most of the times, people do pay, because if your app is reliable and they find that they're very comfortable with your app, what they do is they just pay the little extra amount to get the full access to the app. So again, you're gonna make a little bit of money off these guys, the freemium guys. The fourth way is obviously in-app purchase. I mean, that's a very common way of monetizing your application. So for example, the most plausible example would be games. So I'm sure you've tried a lot of games which they're downloaded for free, you can access them for free and play them. However, to progress through the game or to gain a little bit of advantage, you probably have to buy some things off the game. So that's another way of making an application. There's two ways of in-app purchase. When it comes to this method, it's either consumable or non-consumable. Consumable is something which the user can use once. So once they buy it for the specific amount, they can use it once throughout the app and then they have to buy it again. Or you can make it not consumable. So the user buys it once for a specific amount, let's say $5, and they can just use it as long as they keep the application. The fifth way is subscription. So a lot of applications do this one as well, and it's a good way to monetize your app. I'm sure, I mean, it's very self-explanatory. You get people to subscribe either for extra features or for some extra piece of content which you may send to them via email. So it's a very good way to monetize and to make some money off your application. The sixth step is SMS marketing, which is not directly related on the app itself. However, when users sign up, most of the people, what they do is they sign up through Facebook. So you gather a lot of the data, a lot of their information, and you can use SMS marketing by using their mobile number. So you can push a lot of SMS to them, and you can promote your services, either new features on the app, which may be expensive, or you can push new apps which you may have developed and then they have to pay for it. So it's a good way to reach out to your current users and maybe push them to pay that extra amount for your application. The seventh step is sponsorship. Obviously, this step has a lot of leverage on your user amount. So obviously, you will not get a sponsorship agreement if you have 3 users, you know what I mean? So if you do have a lot of users, it might be good for you to go out there and start looking for people who want to sponsor on your app, who want to sponsor you through the app. That is a good way to make some money, because since you have a big base, you have a lot of data, these people might want to sponsor you because they can use your data as well for marketing purposes. The 8th way is very similar to SMS marketing, and it's email marketing. So as I said, In a similar way, when people sign up through Facebook, let's say for example, you gather their email as well as their mobile number. So what you could do is just push email to them, either with some content or some new updates on your application which may be payable. It may be a good way to get people to learn about your application, to learn about these extra features which they may eventually end up paying for. The ninth thing is in-app currency. This again relates to a lot of games, to a lot of application games which are out there at the moment. Is you can use this in-app currency, which you need to buy with real money. So for example, you have $5 and you can buy this in-app currency, which allows you to then buy certain things throughout the game. So if you offer this, a user which really likes your application, which really likes your game, will be probably forced to do it as they want to progress to the game very quickly. So they will buy this in-app currency to go through it a lot faster. The last part is actually through crowdfunding. So this one is a fairly recent method that they have discovered. However, it does work. You know, there's a lot of people who've put the app out there on crowdfunding, and they have gotten a lot of funds through it. You know, and alongside of that, not only monetizes your app, it gives you some funds to start your app, but it builds a user base as well. Because since you're putting it out there and people are funding your application, they already know about your application. So once your app is out and it's live, they will probably download it and use it. So it's a very good way. So these are the 10 ways on how you can monetize and make some money off your amazing application. I hope that I've been helpful to you and you've gotten some good content out of me. And as promised, I will see you in not next Sunday, the one after that. Thank you.